10 richest countries in the world and how they built their wealth. When people think about wealthy nations, they often imagine countries with massive populations, huge territories, or vast natural resources. However, many of the world's richest countries are relatively small. What makes these nations wealthy is not simply luck or geography, but a combination of smart policies, innovation, strong institutions, and strategic economic planning. In this article, we will explore the 10 richest countries in the world and examine the key factors that help them achieve extraordinary levels of prosperity. 1. Luxembourg. Luxembourg is often ranked as the richest country in the world based on GDP per capita. Despite having a population of less than 1 million people, Luxembourg has built an exceptionally strong economy. One reason for its success is its role as a global financial center. The country hosts hundreds of banks, investment funds, and financial institutions. Its stable political environment and favorable business regulations have attracted investors from around the world. Luxembourg also benefits from a highly educated workforce and its strategic location in the heart of Europe. By focusing on finance, technology, and international business services, the country has created remarkable wealth for its citizens. 2. Singapore. Singapore is one of the greatest economic success stories in modern history. After gaining independence in 1965, the country had few natural resources and faced serious economic challenges. Instead of relying on resources, Singapore invested heavily in education, infrastructure, and trade. Its strategic location made it a major shipping hub connecting Asia with the rest of the world. The government encouraged foreign investment and created a business-friendly environment. Over time, Singapore became a global center for finance, technology, logistics, and innovation. Today, Singapore is among the richest nations on Earth despite its small size. 3. Ireland. Ireland has experienced rapid economic growth over the last few decades. The country attracted major multinational corporations by offering competitive corporate tax rates and access to European markets. Technology giants, pharmaceutical companies, and financial firms established operations in Ireland, creating jobs and boosting economic activity. A highly educated workforce and strong ties to international markets helped Ireland become one of Europe's wealthiest nations. 4. Qatar. Qatar's wealth is largely linked to its vast reserves of natural gas and oil. The country possesses some of the largest natural gas reserves in the world, allowing it to generate enormous export revenues. However, Qatar has also invested heavily in infrastructure, transportation, aviation, and finance to diversify its economy. Its sovereign wealth fund invests billions of dollars globally, helping secure long-term prosperity beyond energy resources. 5. Switzerland. Switzerland is known for stability, innovation, and precision. The country's economy is supported by banking, finance, pharmaceuticals, advanced manufacturing, and luxury goods. Swiss companies are famous for producing high-quality products that are sold worldwide. Political neutrality, strong institutions, and an excellent education system have contributed significantly to Switzerland's economic success. The country consistently ranks among the world's most competitive economies. 6. Norway. Norway combines natural resource wealth with effective governance. Large offshore oil and gas reserves have generated substantial income for the country. Rather than spending all of this wealth immediately, Norway created one of the world's largest sovereign wealth funds. The fund invests globally and helps secure future generations' financial stability. Strong public services, education, healthcare, and transparent government have also contributed to Norway's high standard of living. 7. United States. The United States has the largest economy in the world. Its wealth comes from innovation, entrepreneurship, technology, finance, manufacturing, and consumer markets. American companies dominate many global industries, including software, artificial intelligence, aerospace, entertainment, and biotechnology. The country's large market, research institutions, and culture of innovation continue to drive economic growth. Many of the world's most valuable companies were founded in the United States. 8. United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates transformed itself from a region dependent on oil into a diversified global business hub. Cities like Dubai and Abu Dhabi attract millions of tourists, investors, and professionals every year. The UAE invested heavily in transportation, real estate, aviation, tourism, and finance. Modern infrastructure and business-friendly policies helped the country become one of the richest nations in the Middle East. Its efforts to diversify the 10 richest countries in the world and how they built their wealth, Part 2. Innovation, the engine of modern wealth. One of the most important lessons from the world's richest countries is the role of innovation. In the modern economy, wealth is no longer determined only by natural resources. Knowledge, technology, and creativity have become powerful economic assets. Countries such as the United States, Switzerland, Singapore, and Ireland have invested billions of dollars in research and development. Their universities, laboratories, and private companies continuously create new technologies and products that generate economic value. Innovation increases productivity, creates high-paying jobs, and allows countries to compete in global markets. It also helps nations adapt to changing economic conditions and remain competitive over time. The importance of education. Education is another key factor behind national wealth. Rich countries understand that people are their most valuable resource. As a result, they invest heavily in schools, universities, vocational training, and lifelong learning programs. A skilled workforce can support advanced industries such as finance, engineering, medicine, artificial intelligence, and biotechnology. Singapore, for example, transformed itself into a global economic powerhouse largely by developing one of the best education systems in the world. Similarly, Switzerland and Denmark consistently rank among the top countries for educational quality and workforce skills. Education not only increases productivity but also encourages innovation and entrepreneurship. Strong institutions and good governance. Many wealthy countries benefit from effective institutions and transparent governance. Corruption, political instability, and weak legal systems often discourage investment and slow economic growth. In contrast, countries with strong institutions provide predictable environments where businesses can operate confidently. Investors prefer countries where contracts are enforced, property rights are protected, and laws are applied fairly. Luxembourg, Switzerland, Norway, and Singapore are examples of nations that have built reputations for stability and good governance. These qualities attract businesses, financial institutions, and foreign investment. Global trade and economic openness. International trade has played a major role in the success of many rich countries. Small nations such as Singapore and Luxembourg cannot rely solely on domestic markets. Instead, they have integrated themselves into the global economy. By exporting goods and services and attracting international businesses, these countries generate income far beyond what their small populations could produce internally. Trade creates opportunities for economic growth, job creation, and technological exchange. Countries that remain connected to global markets often experience faster development than those that remain isolated. Infrastructure as a foundation for growth. Modern infrastructure supports economic activity. Roads, airports, ports, telecommunications networks, and energy systems allow businesses to operate efficiently. The richest countries continuously invest in infrastructure to improve productivity and attract investment. Singapore's world-class port and airport are major reasons for its economic success. Similarly, the United Arab Emirates invested heavily in airports, transportation systems, and urban development to become a global business and tourism hub. Without efficient infrastructure, economic growth becomes much more difficult. Economic diversification. One common challenge for resource-rich countries is dependence on a single industry. Many successful nations avoid this problem by diversifying their economies. Norway, for example, uses oil revenues to invest in various sectors and global financial assets. The UAE has expanded beyond oil into tourism, finance, aviation, and technology. Diversification helps countries remain resilient during economic downturns and market fluctuations. A balanced economy is generally more stable and sustainable in the long run. Challenges facing rich countries. Even the world's wealthiest nations face challenges. An aging population is becoming a concern in countries such as Switzerland, Norway, and Singapore. As people live longer, governments must spend more on healthcare and pensions. Housing affordability is another issue in many wealthy nations. Rapid economic growth often increases property prices, making it difficult for younger generations to buy homes. Climate change also presents significant risks. Countries must invest in sustainable energy, environmental protection, and climate adaptation strategies. Technological disruption may eliminate certain jobs while creating demand for new skills. Rich countries must continuously adapt to these changes. Can other countries become rich? The success stories of the world's